now Republican Congressman from California and ranking member on the House Intelligence Committee, Devin Nunes. Congressman, welcome. Good to be back with you on television, my friend. So I listened
Absolutely.
to this, I guess it was a press conference. It was supposed to shed some light on what happened with the Colonial Pipeline, the hack from the Russians. What are your thoughts on what you heard today?
Well, look, people are going out all over on the East Coast. They can't find gas. So the bottom line is, I think you said it right in your opening there, that they don't like pipelines. They don't believe in pipelines. So this is a major problem because we already are seeing what's happening across the country with this shortage. So they're very weak on Russia. They've always been weak on Russia. That goes back to the Obama administration. People always, the mainstream media has put out this crazy narrative out there, conspiracy theory, that somehow it was Republicans who were weak on Russia. The truth is, you now see who's weak on Russia because the Russians, either they had something to do with this, or at the bottom line, they could have easily stopped this, and they're not. And they're not going to stop it because, and it shows how vulnerable we really are to cyber attacks today.
Yeah, and you make a great point. President Biden was asked about that, how tough you're going to get on Russia. Take a listen to his, I don't know, non-response response.
We do not believe, I emphasize, we do not believe the Russian government was involved in this attack. But we do have strong reason to believe that the criminals who did the attack are living in Russia. That's where it came from. We're from Russia.
Congressman, well, how do you know? If you know they're in Russia, how do you know the Russian government isn't backing these people or actually the ones perpetrating this crime against America?
And look, if this happened during the Trump administration, it would be all over all the major networks that Donald Trump is refusing and Republicans are refusing to do anything about Putin because, they're in bed with the Russians. You could just imagine the nonsense that we would be hearing today. But instead, the media is giving them a pass. And look, these are unacceptable answers from the President of the United States. What he ought to be saying is look, Russia, either you do something about it or we will. So, and this is one of the problems because you have the Department of Justice, who is now filled with a bunch of political operatives. We have the military that's now worried about all these culture wars and that everybody's a racist. So you have the DOJ, FBI, the intelligence agencies who are targeting the number one supposed threat that we have is domestic terrorism. It's white nationalists. It's anybody who's a Republican or a conservative. So they've been spending their time and spinning their wheels. The Russians know this, the Chinese know this, and God only knows what they're preparing to do to us in this country with cyber attacks while we're sleeping.
Yeah, so you're right. Domestic terrorism is their number one focus in the White House right now. Meanwhile, these Russians hacked, or whoever these people are hacked. The domestic terrorists aren't causing gas lines on the East Coast, $7 gallons of gasoline in Virginia. As a member of the House Intel Committee, what can you guys do?
Well, look, we've asked the questions. We've gotten similar answers to what you've heard from Joe Biden today. I mean, the only thing that we have been saying for many, many years is that China and Russia have a very serious cyber operations. And the Russians could easily shut this down. Believe me, if they're not responsible for this directly, they could easily shut this down tomorrow. And it takes, but this is the thing, Eric, that I think people have to grasp. When you have a Department of Justice and an FBI who are running around with conspiracy theories, chasing down Americans, keeping Americans locked up in jail for the riot that occurred on January 6th, and I'm not in any way downplaying that. Look, anybody who broke into the Capitol should be charged. Yeah. But we shouldn't take all of the government, everybody that's involved, from all the heads of all the intelligence agencies, wasting precious time and resources on targeting American citizens with our intelligence agencies. Congressman, they ought to be targeting bad foreign actors.
I have a hard break I got to get to. I appreciate your time, and please keep investigating where this cyber hack came from, and keep investigating those Russians, because I think they're looking at us going, we got a new commander-in-chief over here, let's test the boundaries, and they're certainly testing our boundaries. Congressman Devin Nunes of California, thank you very much for your time.